For more on crisis management now, we turn to Jerry Hauer, former commissioner of New York City's Office of Emergency Management. Mr. Hauer, good morning. Good morning. I guess you would say this is a worst-case scenario for someone like you.
No question about it. As much as you plan for, as much as you do in trying to anticipate things, this clearly is just an incredible event.
Can you ever plan, really plan for something like this?
Well, you can plan for pieces of it. You can plan for mass casualty incidents. You can plan for search and rescue operations. But the enormity of this thing is just something that you really, in your wildest dreams, you don't think about.
I know you personally have spent a lot of time focusing on chemical and biological terrorism threats. Right. So something like this, I mean, it's straight out of a Tom Clancy novel.
Well, in fact, one of Clancy's novels did focus on this. One of his novels focused on a plane crashing into the Capitol. And, you know, it is something we've thought about. It is something that has been part of the thinking as you look at planning for these types of incidents. The problem is when you're planning for planes, you really can't prevent these kinds of incidents very easily. I was listening to Ray Kelly, and you know, Ray was talking about airport security. He's right on target. But the bottom line is, when somebody wants to do something like this and is willing to give their life in the operation of an event like this, or in the perpetration of an event like this, they're going to do it. And it is part of what we, as Americans, in our society, you know, we have liberties, and within those liberties, people have the ability to do certain things, and one of them is to, it's a balance we strike, and we continue to strike that balance as to how much security we have, how rigid we get in certain things, versus our civil liberties.
I know you drill for things like this. I mean, there's so much that happened, and there's still so much chaos out there, but can you tell whether or not your drills were effective? Oh,
you've got the most professional, the best police and fire departments anywhere in the world. The operations, from what I saw, looking at it yesterday, went very well. You know, clearly the many firefighters and police officers that appeared to have lost their lives, those that are missing, were doing what they were trained to do. They were going into the building to do search, to do rescue, to do firefighting, and they put their lives on the line to try and rescue New Yorkers. And all New Yorkers can be very, very proud of what these people did yesterday.
I know you lost some friends personally in this.
Many good friends.
You've spoken just in the last little while with the former police commissioner in New York. What is his mood, based on the fact that they've lost so many officers, police officers, and firefighters as well, more than 200?
Yeah, Bill Bratton and I just got together for breakfast a little while ago, and we're talking, and Bill stays in contact with a lot of the police officers, as I do with both the police and the fire officers. And it's a difficult time, but you know, you also have to realize that these are incredibly professional people, and they will rise to the occasion, as will all New Yorkers. This is an incredible city. We can't allow these terrorists to impact the way we live in this country. So we've got to rise above it. This is a terrible event, but we have to focus and move on.
We have to, but in so many ways, life will never be the same.
No, well, there's no question about it.
Jerome Hauer, thanks so much.
Sure, my pleasure.
10:16 Eastern Time. Bryant?
All right.